Guys. I'm really excited that I'm starting this new health and fitness journey as a coach, and helping other people achieve the goals that they're really excited about. Um, I really have been on this journey my whole life. I've been a runner my whole life, and then after graduating college, I really struggled to stick with any sort of fitness, whether it be running or workouts or whatever it was. And I finally feel like I found something that fit. And it's not that it fits in terms of the workouts because they're similar to everything I've been doing my whole life. It fits because it's a community of people who want the same thing. We have very different goals, very different end goals, but we all want to feel good, to feel healthy, to be mentally healthy and emotionally healthy along the way as well. So I'm really excited about this. And so bear with me as I get my feet wet in this new process. It's going to be a little disjointed at times, but I think the journey as a whole is what makes it worth it. There's no end to this. It's a lifelong process of self-improvement, physically, mentally, but it's going to be an exciting one. So I'm really excited that you're joining me on this and that we get to, take these steps together. Before we really get rolling on anything, I want to start talking about safety first, which sounds kind of cheesy, but I think it's really important, especially if you're like me and you're pregnant with this giant belly, or if you are like my mom and had surgery on your knee and you need to make some modifications because of that, or you're just starting out your fitness journey and you've never really worked out before, so your body is not going to be used to this. So I want to talk about the safety aspect first, and then moving along as I post more videos and more tips, we're going to talk a lot about modifications during this period. Because it's what I'm needing to do a lot right now as well. And these can be applied to anybody, like I said, if you're just starting out, if you're injured, if you're recovering from an injury or a surgery or something like that. All of those modifications and changes to the workouts that you might need to make, those are going to be to come. But first, the most important thing is your safety in starting out your fitness journey. So with anybody who's going to be joining or starting a fitness journey, you really need to make sure to listen to your body. There's a really big difference between feeling pain and feeling the burn, like people say. When you're feeling your muscles working really, really hard and it almost feels like it physically hurts, that's really different than feeling some sort of acute pain that you really need to be careful of and keep an eye on. So if you end up feeling any sort of those physical sharp pains, back off until you don't feel it anymore, or stop that move, or lessen your weights, or whatever that needs to be. But you got to be really careful about that. Don't try to push through something like that, because that's when you get injured, and that's when people give up working out because they can't at the time, and then it's really hard to get back into it. So first and foremost, listen to your body, especially you pregnant ladies out there. Our areas of biggest concern in terms of injury are the round ligaments, which are those ligaments that are on the lower outside of your belly. They're the ones that you feel twinge when you get out of bed, when you stand up quickly, when you make a quick turn, when you're carrying your toddler on your hip. Those are the ones that really get twingy. You have to be very careful of those when you're working out, because if you strain one of those, it's going to take a long time to recover if you do while you're pregnant, and it may be just a much more difficult road to recovery after you've had the baby as well. So again, listen to your body, be careful, do any sort of moves that require quick movements, much slower than they're doing in the videos, and avoid any sort of twisting, any sort of getting off the ground really quickly. Just try to steer clear of those types of things. The other area to be careful of, and this is really for anybody starting out your fitness journey, or pregnant ladies, be careful of your lower back. Our bellies are carrying a lot of weight right now, so your lower back is already has some strain to it. So be really careful of any sort of moves where you're putting extra strain on that lower back. If it means that instead of doing a bent over stand up row, you sit down and do it, things like that to modify so you can still get your workout in, but you're not putting that strain on your back. The other important thing for everybody, and everyone's heard this a million times, is just staying hydrated. It helps your muscles recover faster. It helps them build that muscle up. Everything about it is so, so important. So make sure that you're drinking tons and tons of water. And a good way to see if you're drinking enough water is weigh yourself before your workout and then weigh yourself after and see the pounds difference. That's not pounds and fat that you've lost in a 30-minute workout. That's water weight. So you need to make sure to recover and drink that water back. You need to be getting at least 8 big glasses of water a day in order to stay fully hydrated while you're working out. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was for any sort of brand new moves that you're going to be trying to do, you need to ease into them. Just like if you're just starting out working out, you need to ease into any sort of activity. If there's a new move that you're going to try, you really need to test it out, see how it feels, see if you think you're going to need to make any modifications to that based on what your body is telling you, and then make those modifications if necessary. But test out that move a lot slower in the beginning. I always do this with anything that's going to involve my back right now, because my back tends to get really tight after I work out, or anything that involves my IT bands, because they've always caused me problems. So if you know your weak points in your body and you see something on your workout video and it's going to target that area, make sure that you are being really careful about that before you start. So those are my tips about safety, just to kick it off. We're gonna have more as we go along, but I think that those are the basic ones that will not protect you, but just keep you aware of what your body is telling you and what you need to do in order to be safe when kicking it off. And then other than that, let's get it going. I'm so excited to be involved with this with you, and I will start posting some modification videos for pregnancy, for people who have had some surgeries, for people who are injured or whatever it may be. And if you have any requests, if you know that there's a move that you really want to do but you can't do it fully and you don't really know what to substitute in, let me know. I will help you figure that out, and if I don't know the answer, I will find it for you. Hey, have a great day.